Yeah, 100%. Daniel's on a roll in here at the minute, so yeah, he 100% can do that, and I feel like in the first one, he hit him, so if he catches him, when he catches him in the second one, I think he can potentially take him out.
Nick Ball isn't pulling punches. He's going all in on Daniel Dubois, claiming he can stop Oleksandr Usyk in their rematch. Riding high on Dubois' recent form, Ball insists that if Dubois lands clean, it's game over for the Ukrainian technician. He's adamant that Usyk's body is the key, pointing to that controversial shot that dropped the champ in their first bout. According to Ball, that moment exposed a fatal weakness. But let's be honest, if Usyk were truly vulnerable, he wouldn't have gotten up, regrouped, and schooled Dubois with a masterclass in ring generalship. That wasn't weakness.
You have a weakness in the body.
Well, yeah, he got it with a body punch because it wasn't in the balls, was it? It was in the body, in the belly, and he went down, stayed down, and he was hurt. So yeah, that's his weakness in it. So use it against him.
It was resilience under fire. Usyk's movement, IQ, and championship pedigree are in another stratosphere. Thinking momentum alone gives Dubois a shot is wishful thinking at best. Naomi Atuma doesn't hold back either, though he goes in swinging at both men. To him, Usyk is just a flashy showman who avoids the brutal realities of heavyweight warfare, more dancer than destroyer. But Atuma saves his harshest fire for Dubois.
People are talented, some people are dedicated to the sport and not consistent. Or I think the biggest factor is they're not confident in themselves, or they just ain't mentally prepared to be
dismissing him as a power puncher with a fragile mind and limited ring IQ. In Atuma's eyes, both fighters are illusions, paper champions hyped beyond their substance and unprepared for the true savagery that the heavyweight division demands. He sees through the noise and claims both are destined to collapse when real pressure is applied. In stark contrast, Mark Tibbs is full throttle on the Dubois hype train, tossing out praise like confetti. He claims Dubois has evolved, sharper, more confident, and finally ready to...
I feel he knows, and he's grown in confidence since that. I mean, he's in a great place, Dubois, and he can win that fight. He can win that fight. He's a big, natural heavyweight.
Explode on the biggest stage. For Tibbs, Dubois' size and raw power are enough to overwhelm even a master like Usyk. It's a bold take, but let's not confuse brute strength for brilliance. This isn't a pub brawl. It's elite chess at heavyweight speed. And Usyk, with his unmatched skill set, already solved the Dubois puzzle once. Carl Froch adds fuel to the fire, joining the Dubois bandwagon and trying to paint him as a reformed contender ready for redemption. But hype doesn't win fights. When the bell rings, it'll be Usyk's class, discipline, and
Dubois now is a different machine.
Self-confidence will be...
And time waits for no man, as the saying goes. I just think that this is a fight it's exciting. It's a good fight. You've got to make Usyk the favourite, but it's a fight that Daniel Dubois can definitely win.
and adaptability that tell the real story. Dubois may have power, but Usyk has pedigree. And when the lights shine brightest, greatness, not brute force, tends to prevail. Carl Froch calls Daniel Dubois a reborn warrior with a killer mindset, selling a narrative of transformation, grit, and hunger. But the cracks in that story are louder than the hype. Deep down, even Froch can't deny the truth. Usyk remains the overwhelming favorite. The contradiction is jarring. Dubois has power, sure, but Usyk brings elite precision, ring IQ, and championship pedigree. Ferocious.
I think I'll give Dubois a shot in that fight. It's a good time. I mean, a little bit of inactivity because of the fight falling through against Joseph Parker, but it's exciting, and I think definitely a fight he could win.
His support feels more like blind hope than genuine belief. Behind the noise, even he seems to sense that Dubois isn't staging a comeback. He's heading into a cold execution inside Usyk's nightmare chamber. Eddie Hearn tries to sell hope, too, offering fans a fragile dream of Dubois pulling off the impossible. But there's unease in his tone, a quiet panic behind the polish. After being dismantled by Joseph Parker and fading from relevance, Dubois now looks slow, flat-footed, and mentally uncertain. In contrast, Usyk marches forward like a sharpened blade, battle-tested, focused, and ready. Even Amir Khan's lukewarm endorsement feels more like self-convincing than...
Especially in Usyk press conference, he's not going to start flipping tables and kicking off and this, that and the other. He's going to play a few little games and mind games and that. But aside from that, pretty chill and relaxed.
True conviction. This isn't some heroic return. It's a trap. And everyone, Froch, Hearn, Khan, knows the writings on the wall. The stage isn't set for redemption. It's set for reckoning. The writings on the wall, and Amir Khan senses it. Deep down, Daniel Dubois must hear it ticking too. This isn't just a fight. It's Usyk's execution hour. Fabio Wardley doesn't hold back, breaking down Oleksandr Usyk's icy demeanor with surgical precision. He highlights how Usyk stays untouched by chaos. No theatrics, no lapses, just cold focus and mental dominance. While most fighters feed off adrenaline, Usyk weaponizes calm, turning pressure into control. For Wardley, this isn't just impressive, it's lethal.
I think Daniel Dubois, he's on a roll. He's coming off of a massive win against AJ. Usyk's also on a massive roll. So I think that fight's going to come down to mindset.
Usyk doesn't just beat opponents. He dismantles them, eroding confidence until nothing's left but surrender. Dubois enters the ring with raw power, but his composure remains uncertain. And that's the real risk. Power fades under pressure. Mental strength doesn't. When the bell rings, it won't just be fists flying, it'll be a psychological war. And in that battlefield, Usyk's unbreakable control might be the silent weapon Dubois never sees coming. Meanwhile, Chris Eubank Jr. throws his full support behind Dubois, hyping him as a devastating knockout.
Daniel's a heavy puncher. Both hands carries dynamite. It's just going to be a case of picking his moments, believing in his work, and there are 3 or 4 fundamental things that he must do. And if he does, he'll have success.
Artist, especially after his shocking win over Anthony Joshua. Eubank points to Dubois' momentum and explosive punching power as the ultimate equalizer. But Usyk isn't standing still. He's riding his own wave of dominance, undefeated and mentally unshakable. Eubank insists that mindset will be the deciding factor. Can Dubois' aggression and raw strength withstand Usyk's surgical precision and high fight IQ? This isn't just a clash of styles, it's a collision of mental endurance. The stakes couldn't be higher. With so much on the line, the outcome may hinge.
He's a class act, a mature individual because he's older and wiser, comes from a completely different background. But Daniel Dubois is growing into himself. This will be one hell of a fight. This will be a proper fight, like all of the Usyk fights have been.
Not on who punches harder, but on who holds their nerve when the storm hits. Fireworks are guaranteed, but only one man will emerge from the smoke with his hand raised. Against a master tactician like Oleksandr Usyk, raw power alone won't be enough. Usyk isn't just a fighter. He's a grandmaster in the ring, a chess player who identifies and exploits every flaw in his opponent's style. While pundits like Fox may applaud Daniel Dubois' timing and discipline, the reality is stark. Usyk's experience, technical brilliance, and ring IQ overshadow brute force every time. This fight won't be won by sheer strength. It will be decided by strategy.
The trainer says to the other fighter and says, you're a cheat and you're not a God-fearing man and you're a liar. And, I think this is just, absolutely insane.
Strategy, patience, and surgical execution. Usyk has mastered the art of control, and Dubois will have to do more than swing hard to change that. Simon Jordan amps up the intensity, calling the Usyk versus Dubois clash a monumental war poised to shake the boxing world. While acknowledging Usyk's pedigree and golden legacy, Jordan's attention turns to Dubois, who he believes is finally unlocking his full potential, physically and mentally. For Jordan, this isn't just another title defense for Usyk, it's a career-defining battle, one that could surpass every bout the Ukrainian legend has faced so far. With Dubois peaking at the perfect moment, the stakes couldn't be higher. Jordan frames this as a pivotal showdown with the power to shatter the current heavyweight
problem. Oleksandr Usyk is the best fighter in boxing, period. Of this generation, what he's done at cruiserweight, what he's done at heavyweight, what he's done to all the other British fighters, to do the double over AJ, the double over
hierarchy, and rewrite boxing history. But behind the hype, chaos brews. Russ Anber delivers a scathing takedown of Don Charles, Dubois' trainer, after his unhinged press conference performance where he hurled wild accusations at Usyk, calling him everything from a cheat to a liar. Anber doesn't hold back, labeling Charles's outburst as a desperate, humiliating display from a camp already mentally defeated. Instead of presenting a clear game plan, Team Dubois resorts to baseless attacks, a circus act masking fear. For Anber, this isn't just a bad look. It's psychological surrender before the first punch is thrown. The question now looms, how can Dubois hope to win when his own corner appears mentally broken? Adam Smith adds weight to Usyk's legend, declaring him the absolute peak of modern boxing. From cleaning out the cruiserweight division to toppling giants like Anthony Joshua, Usyk's rise has been nothing short of iconic. Smith emphasizes that back-to-back victories over elite British heavyweights have solidified Usyk's dominance. If he defeats Tyson Fury next, he won't just be champion, he'll be the undisputed king of this generation. Duke McKenzie echoes that sentiment, calling Usyk a living rewrite of boxing history. His mental fortitude, technical mastery, and ability to dismantle elite fighters make him a generational talent. Usyk's reign is more than just dominance. It's a blueprint for the future of heavyweight boxing. So, the question remains, can anyone truly dethrone Usyk? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more.